Well, I don't know about you, but I was dancing.
I was.
It's probably something to do with the fact that I've got this.
Oh.
Vin, have you got your wine?
No, me? Wine? No.
Oh, you've let me down. Oh, you snuck it in there. Hello, everyone. Welcome to London Vegans Live with me, Phil Marriott, and my very special guest this week, who you all know, you all adore, a very good friend of mine, Vin Goodwin.
They're all sitting there going, I don't know him and I don't adore him.
You're a popular one. You're a firm favourite.
Who is that?
Who is she?
Is she?
The bitch is back. Did you like that? Did you see that on Insta?
I did, and I instantly aged myself by thinking about Joan Collins.
Yeah, but
and Crystal Carrington having a hair-pulling fight. I don't know why it took me down that little snicket.
It's something good to remember, though, isn't it?
Yeah. God, those are the days.
I know. Fond memories when TV was good.
When soaps were soaps. You didn't mind if they were shit. Sorry, am I allowed to swear, Phil?
You can swear. Swear away. I love that, how I've got nothing prepared because I knew that we'd be able to talk about nonsense. It's not all going to be nonsense, by the way. It's going to be a great hour-long chat. Have you got an hour?
An hour. Last time we did this when we were recording, we went for about 7 hours, and Jeremy was literally hanging himself from the rafters.
I've still got the footage. I haven't even touched the footage. I think I did a rough edit somewhere, but it ended up on YouTube somehow. I don't know, but yeah,
there was some on it. But then we were just so drunk by the end of it, we weren't funny, but we thought we were funny.
It was a fun night, wasn't it? We did consume
really
quite a lot
good.
of alcohol that night, as we always do.
That was the days before your flat got flooded, Phil.
I know.
I remember when it was dry.
But it looks okay now, doesn't it? Look, posh lighting.
So posh.
And yeah, it's kind of
ruined.
Ruined
is it really
by the
untidy just off the screen?
The soundproofing kind of lets it down, doesn't it? And the
Nice.
CDs that are just thrown in.
Done a good job, but we haven't been round since you've had it done up because we
You
haven't been
haven't.
allowed, have we?
I know, I've been taking notes. Never calls, never texts.
Never sends me flowers.
Do you want flowers?
Yeah, send me flowers now. No, send me vegan cheese.
Before we get on to actually introducing you properly, let's just say hello to some lovely people here. Sharon Chapman, hi. Hi.
Who?
Sharon
that?
Chapman.
Hi, Sharon Chapman. I can't see who's on, you see. You can see all the info.
How can you not see it?
I can only see you. Oh, I can now. Sharon Chapman. It says in writing underneath.
And he's got his glasses on as well.
Oh, yeah, I can see now.
And hello to Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael.
So, we have got an hour chat all about veganism because you've been vegan for how long? We should actually introduce you properly. You are a very good friend of mine. Everybody knows who watches this channel. But for the people that don't know, some people that know you might know you because you're a singer-songwriter, and a club host, and a theatre writer and producer. You do it all, don't you?
It sounds really impressive when you say it. I think, who is that person?
Go on, tell us a bit about yourself.
Jack of all trades, master of none. This is my little office, actually. This is my shed where I work. And I do a day job where I'm an architectural consultant, but I also do those other things that Phil's talking about.
You do, and I can see one of your single covers in the background there, framed.
Oh, I'm in the wrong way round. That's weird.
Behind the amplifier.
And that's another one there, but it's hidden behind the disco ball.
Go on,
and that's a painting. We'll talk about that later.
We will. Yeah, once the alcohol's flowing.
Yeah.
Cheers,
everyone. And I do Vin's Night In music show, or I did do before my venue shut over the COVID experience, and I've written a musical, which I'm still writing. Actually, it's still going on. It's very slow because work takes over. You got to earn money, right?
It's a small life.
A small life, yeah.
Amazing.
Or it's a small life, or anything you'd like to call it.
We were fortunate enough to see a little preview at the Hospital Club. Well, the H Club is what it turned into. And now suddenly no H Club because the pandemic has just caused so many problems. But you were obviously the host of Vin's Night In, and we've had some amazing nights there. And a lot of those nights actually ended up on our channel because we did actually film a lot there.
And a lot of them we can't remember the end of, can we?
No. Slippery Slope, another one of those.
I've got to tell you, everyone has got to share a taxi with Phil after a long night out because it's the funniest thing ever.
A few swear words peppered throughout the
Few swear words
conversation.
were had, but it's always good fun. You've gone into a little circle now, Phil, on my
I have.
screen.
I'm tiny. Help
You're
me!
very
I'm
whizzy with all
melting.
this, whizzy with all this stuff. Yeah, so yeah, we've had many a good night at Vin's Night, and I'm currently looking for a new venue for my music show, and I might have something that is suitable. I've had a look at a few places, but there's one that sounds pretty good fun. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted because I'm not exactly sure. I haven't been to see it yet for a start. I've only looked at it online and chatted to the person who impressed me so much. But I'm easily impressed. I buy things off Instagram adverts all the time. I'm just literally a sucker for anyone telling me something on the internet. So
So you've not told me any of this. I'm very excited, obviously, because you're giving everyone the information now. But I'm none the wiser because I didn't know. But I should say, Vin's Night, and for anyone who is, unsure of what that was, it was an amazing showcase that brought together a wealth of acoustic talent, and not just acoustic talent, but comedians and
yeah, a bit of everything. We
cabaret
had a bit of
artists.
electronica, a bit of
Yeah,
rock in there sometimes, and yeah, a lot of banter and a lot of laughs, and an art competition, and a make a sculpture out of a piece of tin foil competition. And Phil, the prizes, you've got to admit, they were amazing, weren't they?
they were. And you know what? A lot of those are collectible because we had a lot of vinyl from the likes of Demis Roussos and
Yes. Nana
just
Muscuri.
Nana Muscuri, who I dressed up in drag as once at a Eurovision party. We
Why
won't talk
doesn't
about
that
that now.
surprise me?
Maybe after the beer. But yeah, it's an amazing night, and you must miss it.
I do miss it because it's kind of part of my DNA now, and I've been doing it for 10 years,
Wow.
and it'll be 11 this September if we'd actually done anything in the last year. But having said that, I've quite liked having a little bit of a sort of step off the merry-go-round a bit because it was a constant, right, we've got one out of the way, we're then got to book the next one. And people think you just sit on the loo and you decide the 5 artists and that's done. It isn't like that. It's really much more complex than that. And you've got to get the right people. And then somebody drops out and then it doesn't quite work and all of that sort of stuff. So, okay, it's not coal mining, but it's a lot harder work than just sitting there writing a list of names of artists to put on. And
And it's not just
so I've
one
quite
night, is it?
enjoyed.
Because you do a lot of prep for it, and it does take a lot of
Yeah.
your hours, and also late nights as well. I mean, that's what I've noticed since lockdown is that I've really enjoyed getting to bed at 11 o'clock.
Early nights.
I've got to that age where I relish a night in before midnight.
Are you going to be setting yourself for sort of children's discos now, Phil? So you
Well, do you know
can be
what?
in
I've
bed
had to
by
adapt.
10.
We've all had to adapt. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, no,
The
you get
children
an
will be
early night
scared of
then
me
as
though.
well. Possibly. Just don't have a drink, Phil.
But no, they were brilliant nights, and I really do miss them. And I'm totally with you when you look back and you just say, oh, those were great nights. And I can imagine you must be, really sad that you're not able to do it at the moment.
Yeah. There's lots of reminders on, you know what Facebook is like? It constantly reminds you of things in the past. And every single day, there's always a Vin's Night In that's been on for the last 9 years. So it's because of the time shift. Even though it was a Saturday night, there's one for every day. And I think, oh, I remember that. I remember the one where all the West End people came in at the end when you were playing and they started sort of sliding across the floor
Oh
and
my
doing
God,
backflips
that was
and all of
chaos.
that. Yeah, that was chaos. And it was random things like that. And the other thing that's cropped up recently is the other show that I did was a Sunday afternoon show where we had kind of randoms in the audience. And I'd say, oh, does anyone want to do a guest slot? And I got this woman who I had met before, and she was a singer-songwriter, and she's from Canada. She happened to be in London on that weekend. And I said, oh, come and see the show. And then she was 6 months pregnant. She'd been traveling. And she ended up doing a song, which was a Lady Gaga parody because she's a Lady Gaga impersonator and
Amazing.
she's quite a successful one. Anyway, so she did this song and she climbed up on one leg and played the piano and she had this great huge sort of pregnant and there's a picture of me hanging onto the chair thinking, oh God, health and safety, she's going to fall off and die and all that sort of stuff. But her son is now in a Netflix series.
Who's
The
that?
son that she was having, his name is Phoenix, and do you know what? It's gone out of my head, and it's a series about a couple, and the woman who is she's fantasizing about an ex-boyfriend who she had a bit of a wild time with,
Oh yes,
and
that's a
he
new
turns
thing
out
that's just started, isn't it? Isn't it
that's
called
it's a new thing.
not Feel Good? That's something else. But I saw it on Gogglebox.
Excuse me. Yes. Anyway, that series, the baby that was in her belly when she did that is now the young boy in that series. Isn't that weird?
That's crazy. So how old is he now?
Must be about 7 or 8 or something. I can't.
Wow,
He's very young still. Sex Lives.
that's it.
Is it called Sex Lives? Yeah,
Something
he's
like
in
that.
that.
Yeah,
He's the young. His name's Phoenix, and he's in that.
that's
So,
amazing.
so there you go. So he made his first appearance at Vin's Veg Out, so I can claim that now.
You've had a lot of famous people there, though. I mean, I remember the night that the girl from the actress from
Yes,
Derry Girls was there,
there he goes. Yeah,
and
that's
Jamie
funny.
Lawson's been there. He's performed there. I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of very famous people.
Dua Lipa's
Dua
been,
Lipa, yes,
and
of course.
yeah, she was there once. And who else? Forgotten his name. I can't remember
We'll
anything.
remember it. We'll
I've,
remember it.
I've lost all my memories, but loads of people. Good.
Yeah,
Pete Waterman won a prize. He
it's
won a
been...
drawing prize. He's still got the record. He's still got the prize in his office, apparently.
If only I had some pictures. I have got some other pictures though, because we will talk about you going vegan because you've been vegan. I mean, I think it's 7 years, or was it 6 years in January? You have been vegan about the same time as me, I
5.
think. 5.
Oh, it's after you 5 because
So
you
it's
went
a
on
year.
at me for ages.
That's right. So it
It
must
was
be
like,
6 for
shut
me
up,
then in
Phil.
January. So was I an inspiring person
Vegan,
then?
vegan, vegan. That's all I heard for 2 years, and I thought, all right.
So you must tell us why and when it was, because I think it was when you went to. Didn't you go to? You went abroad.
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, on your honeymoon, wasn't it?
Vietnam. Yeah. Got my hair stuck up. Sorry, I didn't realise it
Oh,
would
by
comb
the
my
way,
hair
just
off.
before we come on to that, happy
Oh,
25th. Happy not.
oh,
I
look.
mean,
Oh
you haven't
my
been
God.
married for 25 years, but the lovely Mark, look, you've been together for 25 years now.
Yeah. Married for 5. We're absolutely wankered there. Mark will be cringing in the living room right now. I think his hat's actually on backwards there as well, or something. I think I had a bottle of champagne for most of that night, just carrying it around, swigging out of it. It's
And
very
I was
classy,
DJ.
really.
It was a great night. Well, Jeremy was as well.
Everyone remembers your DJ.
Do they?
Everyone. Yes, they loved it. We had a ball.
Oh,
Your
that's so sweet.
DJing on that night was absolutely fantastic. Well, it always is, but it was nice to get all of those people to experience it. And we
It
were
was all
all.
the classics, all the hits,
My mum danced
and a
the
few
whole
tits.
night, and she's had hips replaced. She danced all night.
I'm going to put that
It
on
was
my testimonials on my
Finn's
website.
mum danced
Vin's
all
mum's
night.
had her hips replaced and she still danced to my tunes. So you do it.
As you do. Anyway, shortly after that, we went on honeymoon. Mark got a tan, and I went vegan. Well, actually, I went vegetarian and then vegan because you told me when I got back, you said, "There's no point going just vegetarian, you know."
Is that what I said? Oh God, so preachy.
Yeah. You were in the early days. Everyone is a little bit preachy, and I sort of think, "Oh, I better read up on it then," and I did. And so it's all your fault, basically. You and Hannah White, my
Oh
friend
yeah,
Hannah
Hannah.
White, who runs two. Her and her husband Kieran run two plant-based cafes, community bases / music venues in Sutton and Morden. And
The
I've
Sound
known Hannah
Lounge.
for years. Sound Lounge,
We
yeah,
post
Sound
we
Lounge.
posted about them the other day because they've had a really well.
Oh my,
They're
they're
rejoicing,
amazing.
aren't they? They've had fantastic news.
Rejoicing and knackered because they're
Yeah, I
doing
can
so much.
imagine.
But they've just gone carbon neutral as well. They are the most amazing couple. And also, but you know what? They're not like earnest and serious and sort of, yeah, we're business like. They're just funny, fun, brilliant, normal people. And they just work really, really hard. They grow all their own vegetables. They've gone zero carbon for which is incredible. And then
Oh my
most
God,
people are worrying about venues staying open, and they've got two.
I was looking at all their list of achievements for that venue. Of it, like obviously 100% plant-based menu, carbon neutral. You know, they're using recycling
Yeah,
materials. They're recycling as well, and it's just tick, 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 tick. It's incredible what they've achieved, and
yeah.
I just wish that other businesses would follow their lead.
You need
And
you need to get them on your show here just to tell you how they did it and what they've done because it just shows that it's all possible. And even they've got kids. They've got a feed themselves, and they're just running these businesses. It's phenomenal what they've done.
It's amazing.
And also Hannah's well, Kieran's a brilliant guitarist, and Hannah's an amazing singer-songwriter. And they managed to go on a UK tour in the middle of all this as well. It's just amazing.
I don't understand how people can just burn the candle at both ends like that. I mean,
No,
I think it's nice to keep busy, but I admire people so much when they're just plate spinning like that. It's incredible.
I can't do it. And everyone thinks, well, I think you do plate spinning, but it's all perception, isn't it? I don't put my downtime on my Instagram like, oh, here I am just lying down going, oh my God, woe is me, I can't be able to do anything. I put the thing, oh, I'm doing this now and I'm doing that. And people don't fill in the gaps, do they? They just think you're constantly doing something.
Well, we're going to get them on the show. We're going to get them on London Vegans Live. It's the Sound Lounge, and obviously that's awesome. The venue. There are two, you say?
There are two, Morden and Sutton.
Ah, I didn't realise there was two.
Yeah, it took me a while to realise that. I thought one had shut and the other open. Anyway, go and see them, and they have an amazing sort of lineup schedule of stuff. Oh, it's Sylvie. Hi, Sylvie.
Hi, Sylvie.
I know Sylvie. She is a brilliant supporter of my music. I love her.
Oh, that's what you need, isn't it?
She posted about me today, actually, and I think, oh yeah, go Sylvie. I know I'm not dead because Sylvie's still there.
And Sylvie is one of my favourite Saint Etienne singles as well. Sylvie, great name, great song.
She's from France, you know.
Yeah, it's a lovely name.
Lovely. Hi, Sylvie. Anyway, you asked me how I went vegan.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was when I went to Vietnam. I think I've said this. I think we've spoken about this before, but it was I got a bit of food poisoning, and I've convinced it was the pork. It might not have been. It might have been ice in my various and multiple cocktails that I had. But
likely to be the pork, though, isn't it? When you
I just associated the two. And then you just see animals being shipped around in Vietnam, and you see the reality. And the final topping off was when there's lots of dog meat restaurants up in the north of Vietnam, and you see them. You have to look out for the Vietnamese name for it, which I can't remember right now. But and they're everywhere, and everyone's going, "Oh, it's really terrible, isn't it?" And I was thinking, actually, it's no different to anything else. And that's it. That switched the switch. And once that switch has gone, you can't go back, really.
Well, I just wish, a lot of people would be able to see that up close, because I think it, sometimes it is that makes people think about going vegan, because, people know what goes on. A lot of people just don't want to see it, and they do brush it under the carpet. So I think some people do need to see the horrors of that.
Loads of people say to me, I don't want to see that video that you might post. I don't want to see it because I know what I'll feel like. And that's fair enough. You can't force somebody to do something. And a lot of people say, I'm already vegan, I don't need to see it. But I think it's important to remind yourself exactly what happens. And these restaurants, they have the dogs there, and you can hear them barking outside. Oh. It's just awful.
It is awful. So harrowing, isn't it?
Awful. I can't even. I don't like thinking about it. But so that's once you've crossed that thing, and all that. Oh, don't you miss bacon and don't you miss chicken? I don't actually, and particularly now. I don't think about it or care.
It's funny, isn't it? Because I don't remember bacon. In fact, I don't think I've ever eaten it, because before being vegan, I was vegetarian since I think I was about 8 or something. I was really young.
Yeah, you've been veggie for yonks, haven't you?
Yeah, so I don't really remember it, and I don't remember. The only thing I do remember is eating liver, which is so gross. I mean, I actually really liked it as a kid. I talked about it on a previous video with Polly when Polly was here. We used to do stuff, and I said, "Oh, I must have been deficient or something," and she said, "Well, maybe you just liked it," and we burst out laughing because, there's no reason for it. I just remember eating it as a kid and liking it, but
I liked liver. Not many kids did, but I did.
Hideous, but no.
Anyway,
school dinners put me off meat, and then obviously I became vegan 6 years ago. But it did take me a while. I mean, I tried it back in the 90s, and then second time round 6 years ago I did it, and now I would never go back. It's like 100%.
I watched Pride the other day again. It's like in my top 3 favorite films ever, and I love the bit where the woman says, "Can you clear something up for me about lesbians?" are you all vegetarian? And she goes, oh, we're vegan. And we're vegan, actually. And it was just that. I remember in the 80s, being vegan was like, oh, it's like those really thin wastrels with their hair falling out and they all wear baggy clothes and smell a bit. And it was like that. That's that mentality. And that's lasted until really recently, hasn't it, actually?
Yeah,
So
that's really true.
Pride reminded me of it.
Yeah, it's funny because, back in the 90s, certainly, I just remember going vegan and a lot of people were, what the hell? Kind of like they couldn't understand it. I mean, even vegetarianism to a certain extent, was a bit like that as well. But
that's the new, oh, thank God you're only vegetarian when you go out for dinner, isn't it?
Oh, look who's here. Round. Hello, Mark Turner.
Oh,
that's
Mark
Vin's
Turner's here.
Vin's hubby.
Hi, Mark.
Haven't seen you both physically for, I mean, it's been about a year, isn't it? We did a cheese review. That's the last time I saw you.
Stupid, because we live down the road.
Well, you did say you should have come round earlier because you had some cheese you had some cheese to talk about, to show us. Listen to me, sir, in my words. I haven't even had any beer yet. I'm going to pour myself another glass.
Cheese.
Cheers, everyone. So that's how you went vegan. And, it's just been glorious since, really, isn't it?
And actually, Mark, who just said hello, is probably just chipping in because he's been kind of not coerced.
Don't tell me he's gone vegan.
No.
He does like vegan pizza, though. One Planet Pizza.
He eats vegan food most of the time, like 99% of the time now. And I ask him, "Are you going to have meat?" And he'll just say, "No, I don't need it." And except when we go on holiday, when he eats as much meat as he possibly can.
Just to make up for it. So you just got back from Greece?
Yeah, don't judge me.
Can we show you this?
Oh God! Oh, that is our favourite beach.
And this,
that's
so jealous. I mean, look at
beach.
it. It's just beautiful. And Teddy, our rescue dog, came from Greece.
Yes, I know. He came from Lesbos, didn't he?
He did. Where did you go?
Chios, which is just south of Lesbos. No, not far. We could have waved at his relatives.
Yeah.
Bless him. But we didn't, obviously, because they wouldn't have seen us. But that's Chios, and you can see Turkey across the water. It's very clear.
Oh, which one?
Very close and very clear.
The other one.
Not from there. That's no, that's pointing the wrong way, those beaches. But that first one is our favourite one. You have to walk down about 90 steps to the bottom. And because there's hardly any tourists there, we just went there and we had the whole beach to ourselves most of the time until the weekend when all the Greeks went there. And it's just phenomenal.
See, I'm fine with 90 steps. It's just walking back the other way. I can only do 5. Well, I can't do any at the moment. I bust my knee.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
I fell over on concrete. I was breaking up a dog fight. It was Teddy actually who was eating baked beans by a bin in a park nearby us. And another dog came over and he was being territorial and lunged at this. Not that he does that normally. He was just protecting his baked beans.
Food though, they do get funny.
I know, yeah, they all do, don't they?
I used to get so stressed out with walking the dog because as you know, we've had 2 dogs, and it was just so stressful. My heart was always up here, thinking they're going to start beating up other dogs.
Yeah, it's very
stressful. Was a nice place. It was a nice place, Sylvie. It was lovely. I highly recommend you go there. I would highly recommend you go there, but I don't want to because I don't want it to get overrun with people.
So, what did you eat while you were there? Was it good for vegans?
I have been before to Greece and it's been okay. But after a while, you get sick of something called fava. That's all I had. That was all my options. Because they have all these options because there's no tourists. They're cutting down the options. So they all say, oh, we've got fava, which is basically like mushy peas, Greek style.
It's like falafel, isn't it? For vegans like 6-7 years ago, it was always falafel everywhere you went there in Tesco's. Falafel wrap.
Well, this is fava and a Greek salad without the cheese. So I have to say, Greek salad, choristiri parakalo. And they'd say, oh, really? Without the cheese? What's the point?
How did you say it?
Choristiri, which means no cheese.
Very good.
I know, I'm practically Greek. Look at me. Look at my complexion.
So you're not like me when I go abroad. I don't speak the language and I'm trying to speak the language and then they end up speaking English to me because they think I'm so rubbish.
I remember that in Paris where they just laughed at you whenever you said something in French. It's like, don't laugh, I'm trying. So I ate a lot of Greek salad and therefore I didn't put on much weight. So that's handy.
Yeah, look at you. You're like a stick. It makes me sick. In lockdown, I've put on about honestly, about 6 stone it must be, easily. I haven't weighed myself.
Way.
I daren't weigh myself because I've been eating vegan Ben and Jerry's, vegan chips, the lot. Yeah.
You love your sweets, don't you?
I do like my sweets, ice cream especially.
Yeah, and your donuts and all that stuff.
There we
Oh,
go.
Abby.
Another friend of yours, Vin. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Abby's another fabulous vegan who's, just to add complication, if you think vegans are awkward to have around for dinner, Abby is a great cook, but she's vegan keto.
Oh, wow.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it,
Of
and
course.
she makes some amazing things.
So it's the Abby that I know, isn't it?
It is. It's Abby,
Yeah.
John.
Hi, Abby.
Welsh Abby.
Yeah. How are you?
And actually, I'm at this point. We should mention a restaurant that Abby went to recently, which is the new Gautier one in Fenwick. Have you been there, Phil?
What? Not recently.
Well, 1, 2, 3.
Haven't lived for the last 2 years.
No, but it's opened recently. It's opened within the last month.
I'm going out for dinner in 2 weeks for the first time since the start of lockdown.
Have you? God, I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Pierre de Terre to taste their vegan 6-course tasting menu.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll put that on my list. But you must try V123. Is it 123V? Can't remember which way round. By this Michelin star chef who makes his own vegan sushi, which is just incredible.
That is really hard to make. I tried making some. Useless. It's all the art of rolling, isn't it? With that mat, the sushi mat. I can't do it.
Yeah, there's that. But he makes the salmon, but out of
carrot.
They make it out. No, they make it out of watermelon, and it is mind-boggling how they do it, because it's like condensed salmon. I don't know what they do, but it is like eating, or is it sushi, whatever they call it? I don't think. But anyway, that is amazing.
I'm doing with you what I do with Jeremy, and he rolls his eyes because I try and guess what you're about to say. It's vegan carrot. No, it's not. Shut up and let me finish my sentence. That's what he says to me. I'll let you speak.
No, it's fine. I quite enjoyed saying, no, it wasn't carrot. It was made of something else. Anyway, it's genius. You should try it. And they do these other things like chickpea fries, which you think, oh yeah, weird. They are epic. They're amazing.
Chickpea fries? What, as in like long potato chip, like chips?
Yeah, they look like long potato chips, and they're quite regular. They must be made up of mushed up chickpeas reformed into this chip shape, but they're really lovely.
Yeah, they don't sound that appetizing, do they? Mind you, I love chickpeas.
No, I thought this might be weird, but we got an extra bowl. We're shoveling them in. Even Mark was going, oh, they're nice. I want some of those.
Talking of weird, I do eat chickpeas out of the tin, by the way.
Oh,
cold. That's a bit grim, isn't it?
No, I put them on salad. I won't eat them straight out the tin, though, because I'm not common like you.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm happy to be common.
But V123, you must go there, and it's great. It's in the basement of Fenwick, and it's not long open.
I have heard how great. Oh, okay. So has it not been running for a while? Because I've heard of it. I'm sure. Or maybe
it's only just opened, literally a few weeks before, about a month or so. And then Gautier, who is the chef, he's got his own restaurant called Gautier in Soho, which used to be everything meat eating, and he went vegan around 5 years ago, basically when I did, and he's like all out vegan for the animals, and he's Michelin star, and he does fine dining, which I'm booked in for August. Whether I'll be able to afford it when it comes to it, I'm not sure. I might have to sell some of the items behind me to pay for it.
Well, here's a suggestion. Why don't we go and do a vlog?
Yeah, let's do it. Contact him.
Shall we? Should we do a review?
Do it.
Yeah.
Go.
Have a slurp.
I'm up for that, but I'm already booked in, so I can't really cancel that just in case. But I'll have to go and pay for one. But if you can get freebie, I'm in.
So I'm putting you on the spot live now. You just have to say yes, don't you? Because you.
Oh yeah, I'm going to say yes to food.
I've got it on record.
We have witnesses. No, I'm up for that. I'm sure Mark will be up for it as well.
Excellent. Now we've got a few things in common. One of those is music taste. We do like some of the same artists. Do you want to show us your Toya illustration that you did when you were
Where is it?
11,
Yeah,
12?
go on. Shall I go and get it?
Yeah, because I'm going to come on nicely, seamlessly to your music.
This is actually, we should say this. This is how we met, because I knew of you through our mutual friend Judy Suk, because you interviewed her and Bailey Suk
That's right.
on your radio show.
Is that how we met? Because
Yeah.
I know that it was Gaydar Radio where I was working at the time. That was that's how we got to how we became friends.
Yeah, but Judy introduced me. I think. Oh, we got talking because of that.
Oh wow!
So Judy, I know lots of people through Judy.
Thank you, Judy, and Bailey.
Yeah, and Bailey. Yeah, and then we found out that Toyah was doing a gig, Toyah Wilcox
in St Albans,
in Snolbans, and we went up to St Albans and we met at St Pancras.
We had a champagne. Yes, I know, and we ended up buying champagne in the venue as well.
It wasn't really a champagne-y venue, was it? Everyone had great huge pints, and it was a bit sticky floor. And we were going, "Do you have champagne?"
I know. We were so poncy because it was a proper rocker pub, wasn't it? There's us drunk out of flutes.
I know, but I didn't care because I wasn't about to mix my drinks and throw up. I'd gone past that stage of my life.
Yeah, it was a great night. Great night, wasn't it?
Oh, it was great because it was the first time that she'd done a gig for ages or something, wasn't it? And now she does about a gazillion, and she's like internet sensation.
She is. She's got millions of views now with her husband Robert Fripp. I mean, they're all over the internet, thanks largely to her two
white
friends.
T-shirt.
Yes. Well, it was.
I was thinking of wearing a sort of semi-see-through white T-shirt this evening, thinking you might get 250,000 viewers, but
in tribute,
I thought better of it. Yeah, I thought no one needs to see my moves through a white T-shirt.
Next time. I've got bigger moves than you, though. Not that it's a competition.
Sure.
Or it might be.
Anywho,
yes.
When I was 13, I was a massive Toyah fan.
Yeah.
And I also painted and drew and stuff like that. And then someone gave me this, which is a paint by numbers that they'd half done, and said they got bored and would I like to do it because I liked painting. Oh. And of course, painting by numbers was not really my thing.
No, you can tell.
I painted
Given up halfway.
Yes,
look at that. The cover of Anthem.
I painted the cover of her first album. You can see the original paint there.
Her first really successful album.
Yeah. Look.
That is amazing. Look at the detail. Have you sent Toyah this? She should see this.
I have, because her tour agent, Lee Noble, I told him about it. He said, "Oh, has she seen it?" And I said, "I don't think so." And so I sent him a picture, and he sent it to her, and she said, "Oh, that looks very good." That looks good. No, I didn't send the whole thing. Obviously, it's not like Blue Peter; they don't send it back. And she just said, "Oh, that's very good for a 13-year-old." That was it, really. She didn't offer me £1 million for or anything.
That's very good for a 13-year-old.
Well, I was 13.
Are you sure you were?
I was, and I'm going to put that right there now.
Yeah, because that album my dad bought me, God bless him, and I remember coming back from school, and my mum said, "You got a present upstairs for you," and it was on the top of my record player, and I was so excited to receive it. It must have been the week it came out, but yeah, I was a massive fan as well.
When was it? 81?
81, yeah, the summer of 81.
Yeah, I bought it for my sister for Christmas, and then promptly stole it off her.
That's the way to do it.
Because I loved it. Never heard it before, and I bought it for her because I think I probably liked the picture.
Oh, Sharon, look at this.
Chapman.
Sharon's brother was her makeup artist for years and makes lots of her wigs and headdresses.
No way.
Wow, small world.
See, my first gig ever was Toyah in Bristol. And while I was like shyly sat at the back, sort of being all geeky and shy, I probably saw you leaping around on stage with Toyah because you stage invaded, didn't you?
I did, yeah, more than likely. My first gig was Toyah as well at Hammersmith, as it was then, the Odeon, not the Apollo.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I was about 3/4 of the way back with a friend that I used to live near called Karen, and she dyed my hair pink once as well when I had hair. And I stood on the seats because I couldn't see because I was so tiny. I was only 11, but I stood on the seat, and I've still got the T-shirt, actually, the tour T-shirt that is about this big.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, it's literally that big, Phil. How tall were you? Were you a doll?
Yeah, tiny. I mean, I'm huge now. But yeah, it was amazing, amazing show.
God, yeah. Well, you see, I wasn't as brave as you. I didn't stage invade like you did.
But that was more recently though. I think that was in the 90s. I did that.
More recently, it's
More
quite a long
recently.
time ago.
I know it just feels like yesterday. That's the problem, isn't it? When I think about where I've been and what I've done, I
Don't
can't
think
normally
about where
remember
you've been, Phil.
well, I can't remember the last 5 years, 10 years. Weirdly, I can remember more from the 80s and 90s. What's that to do with? I don't understand that. But
Everyone's
anyway,
gonna be reading this and thinking, "Oh God, is he a drug addict?" Can't remember the last 10 years.
let's move seamlessly onto your music because you've got two new tracks
Oh,
out and they're both
crikey.
amazing. Little
Oh,
Girl
thanks.
came first, didn't it?
It did. It came first and it's quite dramatically first actually, because it was actually recorded in 2012. And I've had it sitting there waiting, and I just suddenly thought this year I've got to release some more music, and I'm going to just release tracks. And I thought I'd finally release Little Girl, and that's a picture. It's about my mum actually, the
Oh, is that
song,
your mum in the picture?
and that is my mum in the picture. That's the youngest picture we've got of my mum,
Oh, wow.
and she was aged under one, I'd say there. And so that would be, and she's now 81, so that picture is 80 years old.
Oh,
And and yeah, the song's about her, and that's my ma.
I love
So there you
that.
go. I know, bless her. She was. I asked her permission. I said, "Do you mind me putting this on the cover?" And she said, "Yes, of course, if you like."
Oh,
That was
well,
it.
I love that because that's like, because obviously you, as a songwriter, you're writing about things in your real life. I mean, some might be made up, maybe some songs, story
Never
wise.
really. They're never really made up. Actually, you
Oh, well, they're
can't.
not.
You have to. No, you kind of have to. I think with songwriting, you have to grab out of your experiences because you're grabbing feelings more than because you can write songs about, oh yeah, I went down the shops and I looked in the shop window and then I thought I'll buy something and I'm not going to buy something, and you can write all about that and make it up, but if you don't feel anything, then it doesn't make it very engaging as a
I
song,
guess
so
so.
you
It's
grab
not
all those feelings.
not as authentic because it's experiences
Yeah.
and like you say. Uh, let's look at this as
But
well.
anyway, that was, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah,
You got to talk about
my
your new
old mate.
music. So these are songs that you can buy now. They're on iTunes, all over the platforms, aren't they?
Yeah, they are all over the place. And the one on the left is the most recent one called Take Flight, which I wrote quite a while ago, but then I did a bit of rewriting with it with my friend Jimmy Sims, who also produced it. And he gave it a little bit of an 80s electro-y tinge to it and did some lovely backing vocals. And so he created a bit of a different soundscape for me, which was really
Oh,
nice.
we love the 80s
Um,
electro tinge because you did that with Bit Rocker before.
Oh yes, Bit Rocker. I don't know where he is. I can't. I keep texting him and saying, "Can we do some more music?" Because we've got about 8 tracks that we haven't done anything with.
Andrew,
One
where
of
are
them is,
you?
"Where are you, Andrew? Come
Maybe
back
he's
to me."
watching.
Maybe he is. I'll text him after and say, "Look, everyone, literally everyone's been asking where our music is."
Yeah,
One
the
of the tracks
crowds.
is Mark's favourite. Oh yeah, and of course, there's my mate.
The lovely Joe Wiley. You're just
I know she
mingling with the
was.
stars, aren't you?
Oh
Toya,
yeah. Do you know what?
Julie Zook.
Yeah, that's
You are,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, kind of. Well, that was Buckingham Palace, if you notice.
Oh, was it? I didn't even
That was
notice that.
20.
Hang on, let's go back.
Have a look. That was 2012
Oh,
at
wow.
the Queen's Garden Party, and there's you can see the little hampers there that you got as a freebie for the Jubilee. And the first person that greeted us when we walked through the door was Joe Wiley, and both of our mouths dropped open in complete sort of star struckness.
I love her.
And
She's so
she
smiley
was
as well.
lovely.
Joe Wiley is smiley. No, really, she is because
Joe Wiley is smiley,
she's got one of
and
those
she was
infectious
really.
smiles.
She asked us what we thought of everything and blah blah blah, and then Mark just in his usual way said, "Can we have a picture?" And she said, "Of course you can," and she was so lovely.
It's good that you
And so we're
actually had
friends
Mark
now.
there because sometimes, I mean, like the other day, just 2 weeks ago, we had filmmaker Danny Boyle here filming his Sex Pistols miniseries.
Yes,
And I went up to him and I was about to ask for a selfie because I wanted a picture and I wanted to say how great he was. And he was eating his breakfast and he actually ended up going round the corner to where the all the filming vehicles were. They were all parked on one road and he went off. So I didn't want to bother him. I thought that might have been a bit fanboyish.
he threw himself into a paladin bin to avoid you. Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying to say?
exactly. Eating just for the sake of eating, just to avoid me.
I'm on the
Probably.
phone and I'm eating. Stop
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Um, No, I'm hopeless. I don't do that selfie thing because I have met some amazing people who I just don't want to be that person that goes, "Can I have a selfie?" I just don't do it, and I just try and remember the experience. But now I've got to the age where I can't even remember their names, so that's not a lot good, is it? Really?
I do it. I do it all the time. Anyway, let's talk about food because I love food. You love
Oh
food.
wow!
You're great at cooking food. This was a moussaka thing, wasn't it? It had a weird name. What was it? It was a cross between two
Oh, it
things.
was a pasticcio and a moussaka mashup.
Yeah, you did that. That was in lockdown, wasn't it?
No, it was before that, wasn't it?
Oh,
No, it was
was
before
it?
that. I'm just looking at my hair there. It looks like a tube that's on the wrong way round. It's also really ginger.
It really is. You've been out in the sun.
Oh my god! Yeah, but my face is still as white as a sheet. What's going on there?
You've got
Anyway,
lovely,
yeah, that was.
lovely nails though. Lovely manicured nails,
Oh,
and
look at me.
a clean kitchen.
Yes, we just wiped the surfaces. On the other side, it was minging because there was loads washing up. But that was we made that pasticcio and you videoed it all, didn't you? And then
I
edited
did.
it together. But I have had a couple of people text me and saying they want to make it. Have I got the recipe? And I said, well, just follow the video.
There you
Yes,
go.
my hair is so red there, Abby.
Yeah, it
It
really
looks
is.
like it doesn't belong to me.
It doesn't look like you, and that's weird because I know you've got red hair, but you haven't at
I
the
borrowed it
moment.
off Paul Daniels. It's bonkers, isn't it?
It
Oh,
really
hi,
is.
Sylvie. Sylvie's waving. She's going jazz hand.
But
Yeah,
that
so
food
people
was
have asked
amazing.
me.
I did actually come to dinner that day, didn't I?
Yeah, you came and ate it and you were
Yeah,
filming, I think.
yeah. It was
You had
really,
quite,
really yummy. So how did you
was
make
that
it?
nice? You put lots of food in a great big thing. All I remember is saying just put more oil in. I wouldn't do that now. I
Yeah,
keep cringing about that. Do you remember? Like I said,
yeah.
yeah, put more oil in.
You literally chucked in the whole like bottle of olive oil.
It
I seem
wasn't
to
the
remember.
whole one, but it was a good tomatoey sauce is always really good with lots of oil. But I don't do that now because I'm trying to slim down. So kids, stay away from too
Oil
much
is
oil. It's
bad.
bad.
Oil is bad. I love that though because you were like not quite finished yet. More oil, glug glug glug, and it was
Partly for comedic purposes.
yeah.
So wine in one hand, olive oil in the other. But it was, yeah, it's good. It's a good dish. It's good. Summer or winter, I'd say.
It was really
Um,
cheesy. Did you use nooch?
yes, we use nooch in everything.
Oh yeah, I'm
Don't
addicted to it.
we? Yeah, or engavita, as I like to call it.
Engavita. Yeah, because Ongevita sounds like some infection, doesn't
Engavita.
it?
I know what it is. Engavita sounds like a musical that Andrew Lloyd Webber's written,
Yeah,
starring
I don't know
Madonna.
how you pronounce it. I'm guessing it's Ongevita.
Engavita.
That does sound like an
Anyway,
infection, though. It sounds wrong.
that's put some cream on. Vegan cream. Yeah, so it's yeah, we put that with everything. And there was that other cheese that we don't like now, which is what's the one?
Oh, the
The one
feta.
that's no, the
Violife.
one that's everywhere. Yeah, the Violife normal cheddar though I don't like
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
I used to put that in.
It's too. It just tastes of. Well, it's just rubbery for me.
It's not very nice. A rubbery.
Oh,
But
oh, hang on. Let's get rid of that.
you can get flavoured nooch now, said Abby.
I didn't know that. This is like a light going off. Where can you buy that? I've not seen that. Wow.
Phil, you need to interview Abby. Actually,
Yeah.
she's like a sort of mine of information about vegan restaurants, vegan ingredients. She's amazing.
And I am going to call Nooch Notch now because that's great. I love that.
Notch, flavoured notch.
Correction.
Yeah, she's pronounced correct.
Yeah, I'm addicted to
Abby's flavoured notch.
Notch. More
There you
beer,
go.
I say.
Abby's an expert. What's it flavoured with?
Oh, is it bacon? Tell us, Abby. Come on. Let's bring you in. It'll be a lot quicker than typing.
It would be
White teeth.
white teeth,
Oh,
flavoured
yeah.
with
You have got very white teeth.
the light.
Oh, it's the Wicked Kitchen. Nooch. Notch.
Oh.
I'm going to have to look out for that.
Yeah, look out for that, kids. Let's
Yeah.
do a taste test.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't sent it to me to review. Why not? Because I haven't been posting
just
videos for a while.
You just get massive boxes of food sent to your house for free.
Yeah, I've got donuts coming, by the way. So Subscribe
No,
if you
you've
haven't
told me about
already.
18 times now. You're very excited about it.
It's the new Crosstown vegan cake donut, which is blueberry and lemon, and I can't wait to try all 6 of those or 8 of those in the box. That's what happened last time. They sent this box of donuts, and there's a big sticker on the front saying they must be consumed within 24 hours. And obviously Jeremy's here as well, so I think it was 8 donuts. We ended up eating
So you
4
hid them
each.
from Jeremy and ate them in 24 minutes and said you misread it? Is that what you're trying to say?
3 different flavours of notch.
Abby is also a fan of those crosstown donuts, but she's keto, so she can't have them, so she feels completely deprived.
Yeah, because keto, it's no carbs, isn't it?
No carbs, no sugar.
Oh, very boring. Sorry, Abby.
She does some good stuff, but I'd struggle.
Vegan keto, that is a challenge. I kind of like it though, in a way though, because I suppose going vegan is a challenge, but your mind opens as to how much food you actually can have. That's the experience that I had anyway. It's just like an abundance
I wouldn't mind
of food.
my mind for about an afternoon, but then that's it. I'd like to close it down again and eat some carbs.
But you're always great there. I mean, you cook so much amazing food. And
thanks, but you do also.
You make your own oat milk too.
I do sometimes. And yes, that was a fun video to do. It's easy if you run out of milk.
I didn't realise how easy it was.
Down the shop. It's really easy, and I got that from Kieran Marshall, who is Sound Lounge fame. He makes all his own stuff, seitan and burgers and all sorts of stuff. He makes everything.
I made my own seitan. Again, easy. I mean, it's time consuming, kind of. Not as much as I thought, though. I thought it was going to take all day, but it didn't. It only took about an hour.
You'll have to teach me one day.
Yeah, it's really easy. Just get some wheat gluten, get a tin of lentils.
You say get wheat gluten, but you can't get that down the shops.
Yeah, I think I got mine online. I got it on Amazon, I think. It was a big bag. Yeah, you can use... Yeah, it goes a long way.
So any recipes out there for anyone, if anyone's watching,
yes.
Has made seitan?
Oh, there we go. The Coconut Online Crosstown Donut. Insane. Yeah, so nice.
Hashtag cheat day. She does have cheat days.
Gotta have a cheat day. Yeah, a friend of mine.
You must come around for dinner on a cheat day.
Yeah. Yeah, cook me a vegan keto meal.
Still. Oh, yeah, that's an idea.
Let's do a video. Let's get it in the can.
Vegan keto. Yeah, cool. Abby's your woman.
A lot of people are trying keto as well, aren't they, at the moment? Especially after lockdown. Yeah.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
I've gone absolutely bonkers, though. I'm absolutely obsessed with swimming. And
you go to my swimming pool. I mean, not my personal swimming pool, but the one that I go to.
my swimming pool.
They'll start charging you.
One with cracked tiles and corn plasters at the bottom of it.
It just reminds me of a pool that I went to when I was a kid. I feel nostalgic when I go there because it is. I'm guessing it was built in the 70s or 60s?
60s, I think.
Oh, okay.
60s, and I think it's ruddy fabulous. I love it. It's a bit leaky and a bit creaky around the edges, and
leaky and creaky.
On rainy days. There's more rain in the water in the reception there is in the bloody pool on wet days because it just comes through.
It sounds like a Victoria Wood song, a bit leaky and a bit creaky. Beat me on the bottom with the Women's Weekly.
Let me just write that down. Talking of which, I'm going to see a Victoria Wood music night in Cambridge, and I think he's done it at the Two Brewers and various other places.
Yes,
and he's called Paulus.
It's on the night that I go back there as DJ, 23rd of July. That's when he's doing it at Two Brewers.
That's it, yeah. And we're going this weekend or next weekend to Cambridge to see it. We've had it booked in since God knows when, and it kept getting cancelled. And it's called Looking for Me Friend. I'm going to see that, so I'll keep you posted.
Amazing.
It sounds fun, and I'll be singing along because I know most of them.
And your musical, Small Life, what's happening with that?
I'm still writing it. I've got lots of work to be done. I'm just busy trying to keep myself head above water, and because I'm self-employed, for anyone who doesn't know, so I can't just sort of take a week off paid or anything. And so I've got a co-writer, and she's also moved to Paris and has spent most of her time doing PCR tests and doing quarantining either there or here because she's had to come backwards and forwards with her family and stuff. Anyway, so we haven't got together again for a while, but we're carrying on refining the script, and I've written some new songs, and I'm writing some new ones at the moment with a friend of mine called Daisy Chute, who's an amazing musician and songwriter. And so it's still going on. It's just such a slow process, partly because I'm not working on it to any block of time. It tends to be snatched moments here and there, but we'll get there. And I'm excited. And also, theatres are only just opening again. Not that they're all the West End theatres are going to come rushing at me for it. It's going to be hard work getting it onto a stage, I think. And I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So if anyone watching has got any clues how to do that, please write your answers on a postcard.
On a postcard now. It's a really good show, though. I saw it, like I said, at H Club, and I could really see it on a bigger stage as well, because it was a relatively small room. I mean, it worked because it was
tiny.
Obviously, the stage is there anyway for the performances, but for the bands that play there. But I could really imagine it on a big stage.
Yeah, it was. It's had a band. There's a cast of 8, and Mark,
what do you actually
eat?
That's what people say about vegans, though, isn't it? What do you actually eat? Well, have you got like a few weeks I can explain how much we can eat?
The quick answer to that question, Phil, going back to vegan stuff, is there are basically 5 basic meats that people tend to eat and about 10 bazillion types of vegetables. So there you go. That's your answer.
There we go. In a nutshell.
Not 5 off. Yeah, basically.
But vegan keto.
Yeah, Mark knows Abby, so he knows what she doesn't eat.
Mark, come on.
He's winding her up.
Stop poking the bear.
Matron. Yeah, what was I saying? Anyway, the show, it will come on. And thanks, I'm glad you liked it, because it was a very early workshop version where people were reading the script. The actors learnt 20 songs, and we changed the script as we were going along, and they did all that and learnt who the characters were in a very short week. And then we did 2 performances, they did 2 performances while I watched, and it was amazing. The band learnt all those 23 songs in one morning, basically. It was incredible. That's having done that experience, and I've never worked in theatre before, just made me realise that during lockdown, when everyone's saying, just all these theatre people can just go and re-educate themselves and do something else, like completely devaluing what they do. It's absolutely phenomenal what they do.
Sorry, I'm having a bit of a malfunction here. What's going on?
I knew there was something weird happening because your face went weird. Sort of went...
Sorry about that. Let me just get rid of that. Hang on. There we go. That's better.
Anyway?
Oh, my graphics are playing up. It's not me. It's the graphics people.
Quite impressive that you do this. So keep an eye out for it. Small Life. SmallLifeMusical.com if you want to go and have a look. There's a story so far and a little snippet videos on it, so you can have a look at.
And where can people find you? All over social media? Cooking and swimming?
Mostly on London Vegans, actually. Or come to the pool. You can see me at 7:30 in the morning in my Speedos.
I had to laugh at your profile picture on Facebook. Didn't somebody actually comment, asking you if that was your body, your swimmer's body on the diving board?
I literally, in really crap Photoshoppy on my phone, stuck my head on. I was going to say Dale Winton, but it's not. It's Tom Daly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tom Daly's body. At the London Aquatic Centre, and it looked quite convincing. So I was quite happy to take that one. Thanks very much. If people actually believe that a 50-something-year-old man could actually look like that, I'm fine with that.
You're very true. I mean, you're very right though about you're here quite a lot of the time because we do videos together. We haven't done them for a while, admittedly, but when we do, it's always good fun, isn't it? Isn't it?
It's all right. It is. We have a great time sitting in your little green chairs.
Haven't got them anymore. It's all
flooded.
changed. All changed.
Oh, you've changed, Phil.
Yeah.
You've changed.
I know I have.
I've still got my cheese board here. Look, would you like to see?
Yes. Talk about these cheeses.
I'm not going to eat in front of anyone, but I do want to say Fauxmargerie, La Fauxmargerie, who everyone must know who's watching this, have got new cheese, which is Brixton Blue. And I have a bit of a nibble of it. And if you like blue cheese, this is like bonkers.
You open it. La Fama, I
Smell
still
it.
can't say it. I had trouble on the video that we did when we did that last summer.
Go on, try it, Phil. Try it, Phil.
La
Do it.
Fromagerie. There we go. I have to think about it. I have
Yeah,
to
La
say it slowly.
Fromagerie. Well done.
But yeah, we reviewed a few of their
This,
cheeses last year.
we did. And
Are
this
these
is a
Strictly
new one.
Roots?
No, this is Fromagerie ones, and they make them themselves. This is amazing. It's like they've got the proper fermentation and the blue taste in it. If you like blue cheese or you liked blue cheese, that is the best blue one I've ever tasted in my entire life.
Wow.
And they also have this, the truffle camembert, they call it, which there's obviously a bit taken out of it because I tried it, which is also amazing. You can bake that as well, but that is incredible. Top point scoring for La Fromagerie. Oh, how's the puppy? Mark's
The puppy,
asking
you can probably hear the puppy, Mark. He's playing up. He's barking. Yes, he's okay. He saw a behaviourist a few weeks ago, and we are slowly trying to reduce the anxiety because he suffers from anxiety, and just telling people that don't know about this with Teddy. But yeah, he's had lots of love and lots of pills. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. We're trying to calm him down.
He's sitting in the corner with a split.
But no, he's looked after, and he's going on one big walk in the morning and a couple of like very small walks in the afternoon. It seems to be working, but tonight, because I'm not in there, he's kicking off, because I'm sure that's not the reason, really. I mean, I just like to think that it's the reason that he's missing me. But he's playing up for Jeremy. But he's good, thank you. He is good. Sorry. Excuse me. On air cough, how professional.
I thought you'd seen something rip-roaringly funny in the background of me or something, but no.
Just old age.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry you can't bring the dog round because we've got a new cat, lockdown cat.
Yeah, I was hoping to see the pussy. Well, I can't see it.
Hang on. Stay there. I might be able to show you if you can see. I'm not sure whether you can. No, it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, your internet's gone as well by the looks of things.
No. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just can't see you. What's going on there?
Oh, well,
hang on, let's. No, still not working. This is fun, isn't it? Should we cut to your 25th picture?
Oh no! Well, I can keep talking.
Love is in the air.
To the way that went. That was at the end of our wedding party.
I love that how the ticket bar is saying we are live, although we don't look it.
Oh no, well you're live.
Well, Vin doesn't look live.
Shall I turn my camera off? Again.
It's always good to cut to pictures of Greece in times of troubles. And Joe Wiley.
Sorry. Let me go back to that one. No.
Well, we got a very flattering screen grab still there of you, Vin.
No, that's... Oh, is it flattering? My grey hair. I don't know what's happened. The cable's gone. Let me try.
By the way, thank you everybody for watching. We are coming to the end of our chat. Thank goodness, he says.
There we go, look. Different camera.
No. Still not getting anything. Oh, he's back. Oh, but the dodgy graphics are also... There we go.
Different camera. Sorry about that.
Well done for getting that sorted. This is what happens when we have live streams.
Well, do you remember we tried it once before and it didn't work at all?
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's an improvement, isn't it? But yes.
So taste test then. We're going to go to a restaurant.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Are you up for that?
And I'll share my cheese with you. That's not a euphemism.
Oh, will you? How long is that cheese going to last? A week?
No, I'll have to buy another box. It's not going to last.
Well,
it's not going to last half an hour at this rate.
Yeah, it didn't last last time, did it?
No, it didn't.
Thinking about it.
So next time I'll get another Fromagerie delivery of the new stuff and we can try it out.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Everyone's up for that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, Finn. Everybody loves you.
Thanks, Phil. And really, I think...
Goodbye to Mark.
Bye, Mark. Bye, Abby.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Always good to speak to you, Vin, and thank you for coming on.
That's all right. We'll see you. I'll meet you down the road at some point. Walk the dog.
Yeah, we keep promising that though, don't we? We keep trying to make it work, and we are
We
just
will. We will.
literally 10 minutes walk away.
Now apparently COVID's just disappeared and we'll get back to normal. So there we go.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Fingers crossed.
Cheers, Phil. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. It's good to see you, and thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be back with another LDN Vegans live chat next week, and it might be Hannah soon from the Sound Lounge.
Yes.
Bye, Abby.
I might barge in. Bye, Abby. She watched the whole thing. Bless her. Must be
So
nothing
loyal.
on telly.
I love it. See you, everyone.
She's heard all that shit before.
Bye, Sylvie. Bye, Mark. Bye-bye.